what does your diet look like? What did you eat to basically, do you say reverse MS? Like, how do you describe it?
Yeah, well, I don't use the term reverse
Okay.
MS because this is a really unpredictable disease, and I have a lot of respect for it. It's really
Yeah.
knocked me for a loop for a good bit of my life, so I have a lot of respect for it. But I have to tell you that it is a disease that I have been thankfully to date been able to manage. I will tell you this, Robbie, if I don't do the things that I need to do every day, I do get symptomatic. So I'm very careful. So when I say do the things I need to do every day, like here's an example. I need to sleep 8 hours every
Mm.
night. So sometimes when I travel or I cut corners, I feel that. So it's really
Mm.
important that I stick to that. What do I consume? I eat 100% whole food plant-based diet. I consume no processed foods, and I consume no animal products. So and I stick to that. And on occasion, if I'm traveling, I might eat something that maybe has a little too much sodium, or maybe isn't as healthy. That's true. Just because of the consequences of sometimes we can't control everything, but I can feel that or if I don't have the time to do my early morning run, or I typically will do a run in the morning, and if or some type of hike or walk of some sort. If I find myself that in a period where I'm very busy and I am not able to do those things, then it takes a toll on me. So I think it's really important that all the aspects of lifestyle are practiced every day. It's not something we do sometimes when it feels like it's important. It should be the most important issue that you address every morning, assuring that you're putting yourself first. And I think particularly many women, tend to, they have kids and their spouse and their job, and so they tend to put other things first. And that was a very big lesson that I learned very early on, that I needed to prioritize these aspects of lifestyle to assure that I was my best, so that I could serve, all my other functions effectively.
I really appreciate a lot of the things you said there. So making the distinction about when it comes to MS, nobody really should be using the word reverse. It's manage.
Right.
That's the right thing for that condition.
Yeah.
And I think we could get into semantics when we talk about diabetes if somebody wants to, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, you are such a great inspiration. You're a medical doctor. You are very busy. You're doing a lot of things in your life right now, and you know that you have to stay on top of your lifestyle changes in order to maintain. And I think a lot of the people listening to the show can relate, because they'll be like, oh, you know what? Like, if I have maybe a super high fat meal, or I'm not moving my body, all of a sudden my fasting blood glucose is higher, and they're frustrated and like, oh. But it's like, sometimes certain things happen in life
Yes.
that put us in a situation, for whatever reason, your diabetes is quite advanced, or you have MS, like, things put you in a position and you get to choose. Is that a blessing in disguise because it's guiding you towards making better lifestyle choices, or are you
Yeah.
going to complain about it and then just go down an unfortunate downward spiral instead of an upward spiral? You're an example of a person. You've put yourself in an upward spiral. You're in the best shape of your life.
Yes.
Your relationships, your activity, your career, because and correct me if I'm wrong, but this lifestyle has not just turned around the MS challenges you were struggling with and the medications, all that, but it has improved your quality of life. Like, you have a career you're super passionate about. Like, I
Yes.
think you probably would say your brain is on fire. Like, you have energy. I mean, am I correct?
Yeah, you're right on point. Absolutely. And it's funny. I say this now, and my patients will say to me, "Are you kidding, Doctor S? Are you serious?" I can honestly say to you that that day, October 11th, 1995, the day that I was diagnosed, at one point in my life, I thought it was the beginning of the end, and it was the worst day of my life. I can tell you, Robbie, today, that it was probably one of the best days in my life, because it really, although there was pain and suffering, I needed to have that experience to get to where I am today, and I'm so grateful for that. So yes, it's so true that I so much appreciate, and the quality of my life is extraordinary. I appreciate everything in my life so much more. I think I'm a better doctor. I think I'm a better mother, and it's been it's allowed me to achieve what is most important to me, and the reason I pursued medicine is to serve others, and hopefully, as you said, play a role, the role of a good role model for others, and hopefully inspire others. Because again, there's nothing unique or special or complicated about what I did. It was simply applying these principles, this overwhelming body of evidence in the scientific literature that speaks to the importance of these lifestyle choices, and applied them in my own life, saw the benefits and reaped the great benefits. And then naturally, I wanted to share this in my clinical practice. And it's why, I went on to make the film, because for me too, Robby, it was, again, as a physician, I am perplexed as to how it is that this is not the most important lesson we learn in medical school. It should be the foundation on which all else is built.